Her mother's moans grew more desperate. Pei knew that meant another baby would soon come. It was only a few steps from the table to the curtain, and Pei moved quietly so she wouldn't disturb her father. When the last baby sister came, they were not allowed to enter her mother's room for a month. This was so they would not anger the gods. But she couldn't see the gods being angry at her for taking a small peek. Pei lifted the curtain. Candles shone from each side of her mother's bed. The tiny space seemed suffocating with the smell of sweat and burning wax. There were candles close by Qing, who bent over, telling her mother to push. "Push now, you Sung. Push. Yes, yes, and now breathe." Her mother was on the bed, a large wooden board covered with a thin mat, half lying, half sitting against the wall, her knees pushed up, her legs spread open. Underneath her legs was a large piece of brown paper, which Qing constantly straightened as her mother pushed against it. Her mother moaned louder and let out a small cry when she pushed down as Qing instructed her. When she let her head drop back down, she breathed in rapid pants as Pei had heard dogs do when they were thirsty for water. She wondered if her mother might want some water. But even as Pei tried to speak, no voice would come from her opened mouth. Pei was frightened by her pain. Her mother looked so tired and sick, her fingers tearing at the cotton netting which hung down to keep the mosquitoes away. Then once more her mother raised herself and pushed with a renewed strength. She let out a small cry and pushed again. "Yes, you Sung," said Qing. "There is the head. The baby comes. The baby comes." And there between her mother's legs, Pei could see the baby's head emerge. It was a dark, wet, ugly thing, sliding out so slowly with each push. She wanted to step forward and see more, but her legs felt weak. When Pei turned around to share this with Li, she saw that Li had her eyes closed tight, even as her hands continued mending the cotton trousers. "The baby comes face up," Qing said, in a worried whisper. In the next moment, the baby's entire head appeared, with tiny dark lines for its eyes and mouth, and a flat, small nose. Qing cupped the back of its head, and with another push, the rest of the baby's body quickly followed, along with a lot of blood and water. "It is a girl, you Sung," Qing said softly, examining the baby. The new baby sister let out a loud, clear cry. Qing clipped the cord attached to the baby with a small, sharp knife and tied it. "She appears well." Qing wiped the baby and placed her in Pei's mother's arms. Her mother looked exhausted and so sad, but she accepted her fifth daughter with a tired smile. Then, before she could move, Pei felt the strong grip of her father's hand, taking her arm and pushing her to the side. At first she was terrified that he would punish her for looking, but then Pei saw that he really didn't even notice her. With him he brought the heavy scent of smoke and sweat into the thick heat of the small room. "Is it a son?" he demanded. No one answered. Pei turned to Li, who was looking down at the dirt floor. Qing busied herself with cleaning up the remains of the birth, wrapping it all in the brown paper to be buried in the earth as Pei had seen her do before. "Why?" she had asked Qing the last time. "Because it is dirty," Qing answered, placing the bundle gently into the hole she had dug. "Why is it dirty?" "Because it is," Qing said. "And we must spare the gods the sight of it. Someday you will understand." When her father looked down at the baby and saw that it was healthy, he removed the blanket she was wrapped in. But when he saw that the baby hadn't the requirements of a son,